Are you guys ready to meet some out-of-towners? This man traveled very far to be here with you this weekend from Fort Myers, Florida. It's Johnny C.
I came all the way from 85-degree Fort Myers, Florida to be here this weekend. My nipples have never been harder. This is not normal. This is May. You realize this? 40 degrees. But at least I see people here drinking here tonight. They've come up with a lot of interesting names for drinks over the years. Screwdriver, Sex on the Beach. I heard about a new one recently. It's called Surfer on Acid. It's a real drink. It's Jaeger, coconut rum, and pineapple juice. They call it a Surfer on Acid. I had no idea about this till one night I'm talking to this lady down at the end of the bar. I was like, hey, can I buy you a drink? She went, maybe later. I just did a Surfer on Acid. I was like, whoa, okay. I'll be down here at the other end of the bar. If maybe later you feel like doing a fat guy on Coors Light. Now that is the first joke that I ever told that actually got a laugh. It was my 5th open mic. I'm at the Laughing Skull in Atlanta, Georgia. I do that joke. Afterwards, a guy comes up to me. He goes, I like your Surfer on Acid joke. Can I buy it from you for $75? But once I buy it, it is mine. You can never tell it again. And I was like, I don't know, man, because I got dreams. I got big dreams. Like one day, I could be the 27th comedian on a show. And go up at 10:07 in the evening on a 7:30 show. And I don't want to deprive the dozen and another dozen and 8 more people of hearing such a well-written and crafted joke. So that night, I told that guy, no deal. And as you can see here tonight, dreams come true. So there you go. Dating after a divorce, I had to go out and buy condoms for the first time in 30 years. That is not fun. And I walk into CVS and the Walgreens, and it's overwhelming. There are so many different types. Back in my 20s, you guys don't relate to this, but back in my 20s, you had 2 choices. You had the Trojan 3-pack and the 12-pack. I would go with the 12-pack. Give 6 to my friends who were too afraid to come into the store with me. I'd keep the other 6 for myself, and they'd last me 5 years. Whatever the expiration date is. But nowadays, you go into CVS and the Walgreens, and the condoms take up half an aisle. You got different sizes and shapes and colors and textures. I saw this one box on it. It said ultra sensitive. And I thought to myself, well, you know, during sex, I do have a tendency to cry. And then on the top shelf, I saw edible condoms. Edible condoms. Now, I don't know a lot of things about life, but I do know this. Edible condoms are not for a guy like me, because there's a very slim chance that they're making it from the store all the way home. The Chick-fil-A waffle fries do not make it home. Can you imagine, though, you get home, you show your partner, I got the edible condoms, and they're like, did you eat some of this? What's the worst that could happen, you know? Might have nibbled on a tip, who knows? And then I was thinking about this article that I read once that said some women are allergic to latex, and I figured with my luck, I'm going to get that woman. After all, right after I was married, my wife suddenly developed a nut allergy out of nowhere. So I went with sheepskin condoms. Here's how sheepskin condoms work. You're all excited. It's getting ready to happen. And then you think to yourself, I wonder how many sheep had to die for this. That's how it's 100% effective. Actually, the sheepskin condoms aren't so bad after all, but it does have a weird side effect. During the height of it, she yelled out, "Oh, John," and I went, "Bah!" I have had such a wonderful time in your town this weekend. I've had so much fun. I'm not going to even try to pronounce it because I know you get pissed off when people mispronounce your town. So I just want to say how great it was to be here this weekend. I hope they have me back. Stark County, Ohio, on a Saturday night. Thank you so much.
Johnny C, everyone. Let him hear it.